guess you're also an ecstatic.
Oh,
For you. You. Okay, I'm gonna try and get the achievement for like.
You know that feeling when a character you grew up with turns into an absolute joke?
Let me do that. I like helping.
Thank you, Norman. That's very kind.
That's Norman Price in Fireman Sam. Once cheeky with a heart, now he's the brat who burns contraband into the ground every other day. Today, we're asking how he got there After the classic series 1 to 4, the team had two options: keep the stop-motion spirit modernized, or dive into CGI. They tried the stop-motion part for one season, Series 5, and it was good. Despite this, the Fireman Sam brand swerved hard into CGI from Season 6 onwards, and that's where Norman gets flanderized. We'll compare 3 episodes of Season 5 Sam to 3 episodes of Season 6 onwards Sam, so you can judge for yourself. Stick around to the end so you can find out how we can save Fireman Sam, and why AI should be nowhere near it, ever. The OG Norman Price. If you grew up with Series 1 to 4, which ran from 1987 to 1997, you remember that everyday Welsh village rhythms and a gentle balance of humour and genuine safety lessons. The tactile handmade look is a huge part of why Sam became an enduring brand at all, still getting anniversary specials, tie-ins, and royal shoutouts decades later. The tone gave minor characters room to breathe, and even Naughty Norman felt like a kid you knew, not the Demolition Crew with freckles. You can see this in the first episode ever made of Fireman Sam. It was called The Kite, and it was released way back in 1987. Here, Norman Price shows exactly how the early years of Fireman Sam balanced mischief with decency. At the start, Norman skateboards at high speed through the park, while Trevor Evans chases his runaway kite. Norman revels in it, shouting "It's Brill" as he races past. This captures Norman's instinct for fun and showing off without much thought for the consequences. Yet, just as quickly, he reveals his better sides. Quick reminder to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. Thank you. When Trevor stumbles, Norman calls out, "Sorry, Mr. Evans." The apology is brief but telling. Norman isn't malicious and he doesn't dismiss the trouble, he calls. What shines through is that, though reckless, Norman is a fundamentally decent kid who knows when he crossed the line.
Sneak attack!
Shouting
Move
annoyed,
Bobby Bear hugs better without being noticed.
naughty, yet recognisably
Hello there.
The team faced a fall in the roads. 2 parts after the classics. First, let's discuss Path A. The plan for Path A is to keep the stop-motion spirit, but modernise it. And this is exactly what Series 5, which ran from 2003 to 2005, did. It brought back the village vibe with updated models, and new faces like the Flood family and Tom Thomas, without losing the show's personality. Specifically, its updated stop-motion play motion, with redesigned puppets and mouth movements synced to dialogue. The show could have continued on like this indefinitely, and yet it didn't. And that's where we come to Path B. Path B was go all in on CGI. Hit Entertainment announced a full HD CG revamp. New pipeline, outsourcing animation, faster delivery, broader toy opportunities, and a bigger world. For example, Lifeboat Neptune. This language tells you exactly what the priorities were. Tellingly, the stated goals were technical and commercial, not artistic continuity. You can also find behind-the-scenes notes for this time period. They reveal that cost pressures and indeed the 2008 financial recession helped push Fireman Sam from stop motion to CGI. Yes, unsurprisingly, it was considered a cost-saving replacement for stop motion animation. Honestly though, that tracks with the era, as lots of UK brands around that same time period made a similar shift. So, what did they do? They tried Path A once, Series 5, and ditched it and fully committed to Path B. Series 6 onward is fully CGI. Mandy turned into a seaside town, a refreshed fire station, and a new voice cast. Creative DNA change, and Norman Price changed with it. Norman really did change.
The thesis for the company is that if you can find better chemistry in nature that has been selected for billions of years and perhaps annotated by our ancestors, then you can find better fixes.
Here's proof. Let's go episode by episode. A season 5 story next to a season 6 or season 7 story with a similar setup, and look only at Norman's choices and consequences. It's the cleanest way I can think of to see the writing tone shift of the entire show. By keeping the comparison from season 5 to season 6 and 7, we can see just how much the show changed in just a couple of damn seasons. Case 1, White Lies and Campfires. In the season 5 episode Norman's Inn, when Norman invents code to score tweets.
Wish I had an invisible friend.
classic kid logic. When Mindflood overloads a socket, the house fire traps Mandy, and Norman comes up. It's
Alright,
Hey guys.
He isn't anywhere. I made him up.
He's selfish and capable of conscience. The story makes space for a lie, a scare, then responsibility.
So, Norman, why did you say Owen was in there?
I made him up so I can get double helpings of things.
Hi video. These men and hype. It's a prerequisite to get this video into hype. And if you have the previous video, as you can see, we got in the charts. Fingers crossed for this one. In the series 6 episode, Hearts of Fire, Norman goes camping with Professor Dennis, deliberately spooks his mama with scary stories.
Wildcats on Rocky Valley Mountain, there could be. What about escaped swallows that have gone back into the wild? Some cats didn't realize that the woods were on fire until the flames reached their tops.
Dennis panics, looks over a log from the campfire, and starts poking the fire. Norman's role is the accelerant, not an accident, not misunderstanding, it's constant instigation that endangers others. The writing leans on him and stickle notes chaos and machine. As this user says, CGI Norman Price is not Norman Price. They are not the same person. CGI Norman's real name is Nelson Prince. The real Norman Price is the Norman from season 1 to 5. Also, I agree that Nelson is pure evil. I think it should disappear. That's extreme, but it captures what long-time viewers feel. What started as innocent mischief devolved into Norman becoming a downright menace. Case 2. Look at me, risk-taking. In the Series 5 episode, Hijinks, Norman rigs a power kite to speed up his way around. It's a well-intended shortcut. He loses control and ends up in the lake. The intent isn't cruelty, nor is it defiance. Rather, it's overconfidence, followed by a dunk in cold reality.
Nothing wrong with flying a kite, Norman. Just make sure you take care.
Okay, grandson, but I'm gonna learn to swim, honest.
He's scolded, yes, but he learns. In the Series 7 episode, Open Day, Norman and James climb onto the fire station roof to get a better view of a rescue demo. And need a rooftop rescue themselves.
Okay, we'll soon have you back where you belong, boys.
This isn't like some may argue, curiosity gone wrong. It's blatant disregard, escalation for escalation's sake, with Norman defaulting to do the dangerous thing because, well, Norman. As this user surmises, watching Fireman Sam is seething with rage. Little Prick causes 90% of the incidents on the show. Surprise Sam hasn't let the kid burn alive at this point. Brass, yes, but that's the vibe shift. Norman was once a rascal with a learning curve. He then sadly became the plot button you spam repeatedly when you need a plot twist. It's not fair on Norman, and it's not fair on you, the viewer. Smash the like button if you wish that Norman had stayed true to Series 5 himself. I know I do. Case 3. Water, wells, and what Norman chooses. In the Series 5 episode, Yokosuka, it's a scorching hot day, meaning there's a water shortage.
Meet Loom by Atlassian. Teams record and share videos with Loom to move work forward with fewer meetings. Like this dev team using Loom to share video updates and complete code reviews. Dev teams unstuck themselves from boring meetings and ship work faster with Loom.
completely different hits. If you want a quick proxy for how the audience felt about the tonal shifts, take a look at ratings graph. You can see Series 5 averages 7.6 out of 10, whereas Series 6 dips to a measly 3.7. The word for this, Flanderization, that's taking one element of a character and exaggerating it until it consumes the whole personality. The term comes from Ned Flanders on The Simpsons. It's how nuanced characters become caricatures over long runs when writers keep hitting the easiest button. That's Norman post Series 5. He's the creator's pet, a plot device disguised as a character with nothing going on behind those glasses. Why did it turn out this way? Short answer, industrial logic 1. The shift to CGI promised high-definition visuals, faster and cheaper production, global prescales, and fresh merchandise cycles. And indeed, from a business lens, Sam stayed immensely popular, with international deals and anniversary pushes under Mattel, DHX, WildBrain, and stewardship. From a true fan perspective, however, one yearning for that original charm, it was absolutely the wrong choice for the soul of the show. The road not taken. Here's a thought experiment. What if Part A, the stop-motion continuation route, rather than the CGI reality, had actually ended up happening?
So at the beginning of this year, I platinumed Amanda the Adventurer 1 and Amanda the Adventurer 2. And to end off the year, Amanda the Adventurer 3, the final game in the trilogy, has been released. Meaning it is time to earn the Platinum Trophy on Amanda the Adventurer 3 and wrap up this cryptic story about the hit TV show. Just like the first two games, Amanda 3 has an extremely simple platinum, focusing on unlocking all the endings, as well as a few collectibles such as secret tapes and audio logs along the way. Before getting into the end of Amanda the Adventurer, I wanted to remind you guys, if you need to be kept up on the story of the first two games, you guys can watch my video on them. I'll have the link in the description. And please subscribe because I'm really close to hitting 200k subs. Alright, thank you. Kicking things off, we're put 10 years in the past as we watch an unknown infiltrator entering Hamlin Entertainment to secretly document what's going on for Aunt Kate. We saw these recordings in the secret tapes from the previous game. The infiltrator lets Kate know that he will meet up at their usual spot, but is quickly stopped by a guard who catches him and calls for backup. The mysterious infiltrator manages to escape into a nearby facility where we are now playing as him. Inside the facility, I find a whiteboard which has a workstation memo advising the employees of how to handle several test subjects within the facility, which happen to be the multiple children that went missing and were sucked into the digital world of Amanda the Adventurer. Moving forward, I make my way to a work office featuring several working stations as well as a kitchen and a meeting room. Inside that meeting room, I find a Hamlin employee access card. This access card unlocks the security room. Oh, what is this? Is this like a chiropod room? Is my dad, like, in one of these chiropods? This room finally reveals what happened to all the missing children and where they've been kept by Hamlin Entertainment all these years. But what this also shows us is each pod has a corresponding item or being attached to it, such as a dog and even a flower. This means that all those items within the show with the white eyes are the missing children being kept alive within these pods. Inside this room is a surveillance room looking over several areas, such as a park and a baby crib, as well as two monitors with written records. One of these monitors contain a file titled Shepherd, which reveals that Hamlin Entertainment created a successful biological being from the DNA sample of somebody named Marcus Mountain. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. With that, the secret infiltrator inserts a red blank tape into the surveillance system with the goal to back up the video data and expose Hamlin's corrupt actions to the public. This then activates the paused Amanda tape on the middle monitor with the simple objective to go on a scavenger hunt and find all the items that Amanda lists.
A door with 3 windows.
I can see that right here. Yeah, right here.
Find a door with 3 windows.
I mean, I guess I could, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Pausing the tape, the security alarm goes off, as now Hamlin is aware that there's a human within the building. While this is happening, we must find each item Amanda lists off attached to the corresponding child pod. Wait, so it asked me to find a door with 3 windows. Door with 3 windows. A door with 3 door with 3 windows. Is that what you have to do? Oh, I'm a goddamn genius.
I found it.
I'm a genius. After finding the rest of the items that Amanda lists off, the tape backup completes. The guards then get into the security room to take down the mysterious infiltrator, and he makes sure to hide the red tape before accepting his fate. Oh. Oh. Get the fuck out! Uh-oh. I guess not. I guess I'm cooked. Wait, so who is that? And what happened? So it was before, 10 years before that happened. This then cuts 10 years later to the final moments of the second game where Joanne gives Riley a tape, telling her to escape before she is brutally attacked by who we all assumed was the monster version of Wooly. Okay, this is when Wooly attacks Joanne. Okay. And she's literally tearing her asshole apart. Bro. This leads us down to a secret exit into the sewers where Riley becomes face to face with the same creature that just gave Joanne the same fate as my father. Oh god! What is that? Oh god. Why is there so many eyes on him? Bro, what is that? What was that? After escaping the monster version of Wooly, we end up in the same facility from 10 years ago, which now seems to be abandoned. Wasting no time, I plopped the tape that Joanne gave Riley into the VHS player. What the hell was that? Just like the first two games, we're trying to communicate with the human form of Amanda, being Rebecca, as we interact with things in the tape and, of course, the real world. Amanda expresses how she's feeling down, and every time she does, the footage of the tape goes grainy and dark. While this is happening, Wooly tries to keep Amanda's spirits up, making the tape go brighter with his more positive attitude. As the tape goes on, Wooly tries to stay positive about eating candy with Amanda until a familiar face appears. Alright. Oh, it's the possum from the last game. Isn't that Jordan, Joanne's brother or whatever? We were told that it was. Now, if you guys remember in the previous game, the possum was super annoying, but now this has changed as Amanda's attitude towards him is completely different, while Wooly is still pissed off about the possum's existence. Amanda notices the possum is also down and asks how we can cheer him up.
When your friend is sad, how do you cheer them up?
Usually I just give them a... Wait, can I type this all the way? I wanted to type either poop sandwich or foot job, but I can't, so, Oh, you can't just type whatever you want? Head. Alright. I probably a hug. Oh, yep. Alright.
I can't remember the last time someone gave me a hug.
Stop crying, babe. Amanda then expresses how she cannot remember the last time she had a hug, with the possum giving her one making her happy. We are then told another way to cheer up Amanda is with a tree. This leads us to the first puzzle of the game. See this candy, for example, the two bugs? Basically, the name of each candy spells out the name of one of the worker names on the cubicles in the office. And each of their computers have a number on the main monitor. Heading back to the tape, Amanda asks Wooly whether he wants Louisville Turtles or Walnut Joys. What the hell are they named?
Joy.
Oh, Lewis. Wait, and that's one of the names on the computer now, right? Wait, so this was June. Those were the June bugs, which means we have to look for Lewis V, right? Oh. I'm freaking smart, guys. What the hell? If you guys haven't figured this out by now, I need to figure out a code given to me by the names of the workers on the candy bars. The next candy bar shown is a Mr. Caramel bar, which gives me the number 3 at Kara's desk. And then Willie crashes out, and Amanda demands he helps him reach the next tree. On the ground? Amanda, are you serious?
Get on the ground.
Ooh. Now he's being used as their bitch now? Bro. Alright. Bro. I guess now I can understand why Willie's a little mad. He's being used as like, after getting all the numbers, it reveals the code 86309. Which we need to type into this badass box, which will be familiar with an old friend. These games. What the hell? I thought this guy died in the last game. You guys remember what the hell was his name? The new Fleming collection. Darius.
Television.
But I wasn't gonna let anything hold me back anymore. Not the game, and not myself. I was gonna be free.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Who was faced with the hardest blow by Aya, the hardest. If this challenge has taught me anything, it's that the Sunfall fallacy is one of the worst fatalities that can plague man. I was so close to winning before that I was willing to go to extreme lengths for victory. Although, looking back, I don't think the way I took this joke was healthy, as when I woke up the next morning, I ended up thinking, I didn't end up getting away with one of those 12 hours, by the way. It was all for nothing. It did something else. See, while my mom my father's screen share of immense sorrow and sadness and abuse, he decided to give me a Steam game for my efforts. I never would have expected that Steam game would be also. But the championship, like, I guess it's the thought that counts, right? It didn't really matter what it was. As in the weight of my mind, I made it a rule that I wasn't allowed to play any games that were Ultra Spaces Plus until I beat the challenge, which means no Ultra fucking championship for me. Anyways, things moved the great moment session game. And if you think it couldn't get any worse, it absolutely could. You see, I had not one, but 2 runs, taking all the way to tier 5 with all 9 notebooks collected. And I completely overcommitted. In the first one, this part locked me in a basket. And with no honey spot this time around, I was absolutely only getting 1 of the 4 items. And in the second run, I got 2 out of the 4 items before first prize decided the challenge shouldn't be over yet. The Golden Hospital is crazy huge. The beauty for this sweat over 3 plus 250,000 help you set them in. It's enough. I guess now I can understand why Wooly's a little mad. He's being used as like, after getting all the numbers, it reveals the code 86309, which we need to type into this badass clown who looks probably familiar with old French from the previous games. What the hell? I thought this guy died in the last game. You guys remember what the hell was his name? Something the clown or robot, remember? Who the hell is this? 911 if you need in case of emergency. Dialing 911. Suck my balls. 8, 6, 3, 4, 9. So a badass clown boy then gives us the code 9036. This code into the nearby fridge lock. Gets me my next week.
No! Let go! I didn't do anything wrong!
90.
I'm actually here to help. This place makes her tense. I'm glad that Ollie could help you get this far. He's the reason we found you at all.
First achievement, Popsy Clown, find the clown, find the code. While in this kitchen, I also get my next trophy.
Looks like the train crash hurt us both.
Stupid. You know, I could be real fucked up right now. Put this.
So much.
I don't know if I want to do it. Guys, do not cancel me for putting.
You deserve an explanation.
People usually flush those down the toilet. Watching the next tape that we found in the fridge, this one is pretty interesting because it's actually a work in progress tape where Amanda and Wooly are set in an amusement park. It's kind of like looking at GTA 6 leaks. Everything's just unfinished. As the tape plays, Wooly asks Amanda if she remembers all the fun times that they had at the amusement park in the past. She of course says yes, but then she has a flashback about a certain memory she cannot quite recall.
I wish I could remember.
Amanda then tries to remember who the tall, suspicious man is. I guess you could say this is some dramatic irony. And Who do I think I am? William Shakespeare. Amanda tries to remember who this man is by figuring out what she did when coming to the park in the past, being the carousel. But Wooly interrupts her and says she went to the popcorn stand. Oh, of course Wooly's fat ass wants to go to the popcorn stand. Goddamn fat ass. This leads us having to decide whether Amanda went to the carousel first or the popcorn stand. Pausing the tape and turning around grants us with several drawn-up sequences for the unfinished tape with two options for us to choose, being the carousel or popcorn stand. It's pretty obvious that Amanda first went to the carousel and Wooly is trying to sabotage her. So picking
Listen,
up the carousel sequence
I'm
and
not
putting it
your
on a nearby
enemy,
whiteboard allows us
but
to
I
progress
can't
the
just
tape,
let you
where
leave.
one of them asks us what our favorite
What's happening
carousel
down here is
And
bigger
when we
than
tell
all of
Amanda,
us.
She will always let us know that her favorite
need
animal
you.
is chicken. Now, pay
We can
attention
get
to
revenge
Wooly's
on
reaction
those
when she tells us
monsters who
this.
tortured you. Who tortured us.
What I
Didn't
failed to
act
catch in
alone.
this moment was the way
They're
Wooly
disciples
reacted.
of the
Is a
original
connection to the first game when Amanda was
prototype.
on that farm and you choose the name Sam for the rooster. You guys should remember that Amanda reacted
Do the
very
honors?
weird in that response, and Wooly pretty much had the same exact reaction. So far, Wooly's trying really hard to stop Amanda from remembering Sam called her father. If you don't think that, well, watch this. Maybe you'll convince me.
Prototype knows we're coming by now. If you try to escape, he'll kill you before you ever reach that front door. He's the reason I was trapped in that god-awful case for so long. You have no idea the things he's done. Let me help you kill him. Let me help you save everyone. We've all seen you. How capable you are. You killed Huggy. You killed Mommy. You freed me. You are perfect for this. Nep is coming. He's the final obstacle the prototype has placed against us. We can't stay here. Keep yourself safe. Ollie will call you.
And it was my favorite toy back at my house.
Yet again, take a look at how Wooly is reacting to Amanda saying certain phrases. You realize that Amanda is starting to connect the dots and remember her real life
it's me again.
on the outside
It
world.
seems
As a
like
result of
Poppy
this, she tries to
explained
change the
everything
subject.
now, and she turned on the dome's backup power. Now the plan from here is pretty simple. We need to restore power to the gas production zone. First, go back to the Home Sweet Home building you were just in. You should be able to find a big power cord somewhere around the porch. Grab it and plug it in
Someone
underneath
made sure
the
to stay by her
statue.
side and encouraged her to ride it because she was okay. But she can't remember who that was.
Hi, I'm Bobby Bearhug. Want to know how much I love you?
Told me that I was so great, trying something new.
It was probably me, your best friend.
I don't think you would. Better turn around. Someone really cared about me.
You don't care about me?
Someone I really miss. I think.
By this point, it should be pretty clear that Amanda desperately misses her father, Sam. And for whatever reason, Wooly is trying to keep Amanda distracted from remembering him, though his intentions are not clear as to why. After that, Amanda asks us to help her remember what roller coaster she went on. Okay, so it was this one, and then obviously it was this, as I said.
Want to try hopping to the moon with me?
Oh, what's happening? Was I wrong? No, I might have been. Video type is no longer compatible with this device. What was that? With the tape abruptly ending, I get access to a new control room with multiple terminals as well as a window overlooking a capsule in front of us. Is that what that oh. Like, is that Amanda in there? Inserting our amusement park tape into the VHS player in the room, Amanda appears where she's able to piece her amusement park journey together and figure out how it's all matches.
Awesome!
Yeah.
Look at that! Remember that generator you turned on inside of Home Sweet Home? Well, that was a backup generator for just that building. And every building should have one. Now you've just taken Home Sweet Home's backup power and routed it here. We're already halfway done.
Yeah.
But where to go next?
So I was right, it was Amanda.
Everywhere is pretty dangerous around here. That playhouse especially. Yuck. So, your best bet is probably the school. Catnap usually leaves that place alone. Sending you the key now.
Mention to the third nightmare of Dark Deception. We unlock this sick ability, which allows us to teleport across these voids filled with lava. Why are these even here?
Okay, make this quick. Turn on the generator, leave, and plug the school's power cord into the center. Be careful in there. I don't think I can connect to you on that side of the dome. And you won't be alone. There's someone else in there too. They're not
We earn the achievement watching the Watchers for asserting our dominance and staring them in the eye for 10 seconds. And then we try to finish the section in under 6 minutes.
This is Miss Delight speaking. Please excuse the interruption. Students, remain in your seat until the bell has rung. And no going in the halls without a hall pass.
I just ran as fast as I could and I tried to avoid the swinging axes of doom. I didn't bother too much with keeping the Gold Watcher still since there were so many of them now. To be completely honest, this section gave me some trouble. I ended up dying so many times that the game didn't even give me a rank for the number of deaths. But eventually I collected all the shards, which triggered a frenzy of Gold Watchers along with Malik appearing. But we evade them and get the ring piece and escape the manor. But instead of going through the maze, we go around the right side as a shortcut. And while there's a secret on the other side, and I'm pretty sure we're not S-ranking this level first try, guys. In other news, we apparently really angered the Gold Watchers because they sent their big kahuna out, who throws axes at us, which we have to get to hit the gate blocking the exit 3 times, while being chased by Malik and his army of Gold Watchers. But once we do that, we run back to the portal, which, of course, is also being guarded. But with our snazzy new teleport ability, we just bypass them and beat them up. Pierce tells us and of course, we get literally no breathing room before Pierce drops open the next portal. And this time, it looks like we're going to hear a nightmare about Ducky. Also, there's a wall. Yeah, Pierce gets to the building that wall with me, which I'm not entirely sure what this power is supposed to be, but it allows us to get rid of the wall by tricking it. How do you even trick a wall? So we head into the first level of secret.
Wait, I recognize you. Yes, I remember. You used to work here. How are you?
We also get attacked by a
alive?
To us, which we're able to get rid of by spamming F. And if you're still here at this point in the video, spam F.
Oh. Barb says you're looking for your co-workers. Catnap wouldn't like that you're here. You should leave. For your own safety.
And if we get too close to the wrong one, well, it's kind of hard to avoid them if you place a shard right on top of one. And it's really hard to run away because the water slows us down. And only us, not the duck. So luckily there's also dry land to walk on, but I think there's something missing here. Oh, that's right. In other news, there's 2 achievements I need to focus on in this section. We can earn open door policy for opening every door on the map, and Lucky Day for surviving a Dread Ducky stun attack. Yeah, they can do that. But not all the doors were in this section, so once I collected all the soul shards, I moved on to the next section, because, of course, there's always a second section. And the only difference was that the map was different, and it seemed like these Duckies were a little angrier than the first. We were also able to get an achievement called Big Flow for going down this elevator and finding a special secret. We then tried to get the rest of the shards without dying, which is harder than it looks. And once we did, Malik appeared and started chasing us down, which surprised me and I think caused me to forget to open all the doors, because we didn't earn the achievement at the end of the run. After evading him and obtaining the 4th ring piece, he introduced us to his pet. If I had to guess, guess what kind of pet a demon would have, I gotta be honest, the last thing I'd say is a giant duck with 10 arms. And let's just say the duck has no chill, because bro immediately started throwing ducks at us, and occasionally he would lunge his head out to eat us. Also, he spawns ducks. We were able to defeat him by tricking him into smashing his head on these pillars, knocking him out for a bit, and allowing us to crank these wheels, which eventually closed the door on him, earning us the achievement Smooth Moves for beating Doom Ducky without dying. But that didn't seem to matter much, because when we tried to escape, he smashed through multiple walls and chased us down until we reached the beginning of the level. And I gotta say, he's really trying his best. Bro, this is his 5th attempt at killing us. We meet back up with Beerus and Malik in the park. They have a little banter about whether or not Beerus is really our friend. But when Malik brings up the last person who trusted her, Beerus turns her back, which seems to suggest that maybe don't trust Beerus. Regardless, Beerus opens up the next portal, and this time, there's a monkey blocking the entrance. So she gives us an ability called Primal Fear, which acts as a close range stun. And we have to get past the monkey and enter the 5th nightmare, Crazy Carnival. We are immediately greeted by this clown car, leading us into an obvious trap, but not before stopping first with cotton candy, so we can earn the achievement Sweet Tooth. We're led to a carnival tent, and we absolutely destroy them. It's a trap. It's a freakishly scary clown spawn out of the car, and we get rid of them by using our newly obtained Primal Fear. We then continue through this to the door, which somehow leads to this. This is basically impossible. Without questioning anything, we take a ride down this slide, leading us to the first zone of a strange but mesmerizing level. And if I'm being honest, this is probably one of my favorite levels, because it's so different from what we've seen before. Also, the traps fit the theme so well. Like, what is that? In fact, we can earn the achievement No Surprises Here for not dying to any of the giant Jack-in-a-Box traps, which we failed, of course. Also, we're being chased by cars. Did I mention that? It's like the Fast and Furious of the game.